Have you ever looked in the mirror and wondered if your best years are officially behind you? You see the younger guys at the gym or the office, the ones with the loud voices and the restless energy, and you feel like the world is starting to move on without you. You start to think that maybe you've become background noise in a world that only cares about what's new and flashy. But what if I told you that while those boys are out there chasing attention, women are actually looking for the one thing they can't offer? What if the silver in your hair isn't a sign of fading, but a mark of authority that makes you a magnet for high-quality people? There is one specific habit, number 5, on our list that turns an older man from invisible into impossible to ignore. Stay until the end, because I'm going to show you how to turn your maturity into your greatest unfair advantage. If you are ready to stop feeling like a relic and start feeling like the main event, hit subscribe. Join a community of men who are building a life of depth and discipline. Also, like this video to help other men realize that their prime isn't over, it's just beginning. Now let's look at the first habit that sets you apart. The Roman Emperor Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "A man's worth is no greater than the worth of his ambitions." If your ambition is to grow, your age is your greatest asset. Seneca, the great Stoic teacher, said that while we are postponing, life speeds by, but he also knew that wisdom only comes to those who have lived through the seasons. History's greatest leaders, from emperors to philosophers, weren't celebrated for their youth. They were followed because of their steadiness. These 5 habits are the tools they used to lead, and they are the same tools that will make you magnetic today. Here are the 5 habits of irresistible older men. 1. The art of comfortable silence. The steady hum of a quiet room is where a boy's nerves break, but it is where a man's power begins. A man who isn't afraid of the quiet is a man who isn't afraid of himself. Most people are terrified of an empty moment because they don't know who they are without the noise. Young men in particular often feel the need to fill the air with and pointless stories. They do this because they are desperate for approval and terrified of being seen as boring. Their constant talking is a sign of an anxious mind, a signal that they are not yet comfortable being alone with their own thoughts. An older man who has done the work is different. You understand that silence is not a void to be filled, but a tool to be used. You are comfortable in the quiet because you have nothing to prove. When you sit across from a woman and don't rush to fill the gap in conversation, you demonstrate a rare level of confidence. By simply looking at her with a calm, slight smile without saying a single word, you create a massive amount of tension and intrigue. It shows that you are home in your own skin and that you don't need her validation to feel complete. This stillness makes you feel dangerous in the best way possible. It suggests that you have a deep internal world and that you are the one in control of the pace. While others are frantic and loud, your silence acts as a magnet, drawing people into your calm energy. This is the art of being irresistible, knowing that sometimes the most powerful thing you can say is nothing at all. You are the master of your environment because you have mastered the silence within yourself. 2. The fixed point energy. The tallest trees are the ones that do not bend when the wind begins to howl, and a man's character is measured by that same steady strength. The storm moves around the mountain. The mountain does not move for the storm. In today's world, most people are like leaves blowing in the wind. They are flaky. They change their minds at the last second, cancel plans because they don't feel like it, or act with the emotional maturity of a child. This inconsistency is exhausting. When you develop the habit of being a fixed point, you become a rare and magnetic force. Being a fixed point means your word is as solid as iron. If you tell a woman you will be there at 7, you are there at 7 car. If you say you are going to handle a task, it is already as good as done. You don't make excuses, and you don't let outside chaos dictate your internal peace. This creates a sense of predictable strength. While the rest of the world is spinning out of control, you remain the one thing she can actually count on. This reliability isn't boring. It is deeply attractive because it provides a foundation of safety. Women are drawn to this energy because it allows them to finally relax. They no longer have to wonder if you will show up or if you will change your mind. Your presence says, "I am here and I am not moving." You provide the structure that allows life to flourish. By being a man of your word, you separate yourself from the boys who are still trying to find themselves. You have already found yourself and you have chosen to be a rock. In a world full of shifting sand, be the mountain that stands tall through every storm. 3. The emotional gravity. A ship is never at the mercy of the waves if the captain remains steady at the wheel. He who cannot be rattled cannot be ruled. This is the essence of emotional gravity. Most men today are reactive. They are like dry leaves that catch fire at the slightest spark. A rude comment from a stranger or a small mistake at work sends them into a frustrated tailspin. They lose their temper, they complain, and they show the world that they are easily shaken. An older man with gravity is different. You have seen enough of life's seasons to know that most emergencies are just minor inconveniences. When you are out and a waiter gets the order wrong, or when you are stuck in heavy traffic, you don't lose your cool. You remain calm, focused, and unbothered. This lack of reaction is a massive sign of strength. When a woman sees that you don't break down over the small things, she instinctively realizes that you are a man who can handle a real crisis. You aren't just a passenger in life, you are the captain of the ship. You possess a weight, a gravity that keeps everyone around you grounded when things get difficult. Most people don't actually want to be in charge of every decision. They want to know that the person they are with is capable of leading. By staying calm, you prove that you are in control of your own mind. If you can rule your emotions, you can navigate any storm. This quiet, steady power is far more attractive than being loud or aggressive. You aren't fighting for control because you already have it. You are the rock in the middle of the river, and the water simply flows around you. Be the man who cannot be rattled, and you will be the man who cannot be stopped. 4. Radical integrity. The strength of a man's character is not found in how much he can grab, but in what he is willing to walk away from. A man's no is more valuable than a coward's yes. This is the foundation of radical integrity. Most men are so hungry for attention and validation that they will say anything, agree with everything, and bend their own rules just to stay in a woman's good graces. They offer a yes that means nothing because it was born out of fear and desperation. An irresistible older man operates differently. He knows that his time and his values are his most precious assets. You have a life, a mission, and a code that you live by every single day. You don't change your colors or compromise your beliefs just to get a phone number or a second date. If a woman is disrespectful, late without reason, or plays games, you don't waste energy arguing or begging for better treatment. Instead, you simply set a clear boundary or quietly leave. This isn't about being mean. It's about having a level of self-worth that cannot be shaken. You are showing her and the world that you are not a fan waiting for an autograph. You are a peer and a prize. Having the courage to look a beautiful woman in the eye and say, "This doesn't work for me," is a magnetic display of power. It signals that you are the architect of your own life and that your standards are non-negotiable. When you are willing to walk away, you become the one who holds the power in the room. You aren't chasing anyone because you are too busy building a life worth living. This radical honesty tells her that if she is in your life, it's because she belongs there, not because you were too weak to show her the door. 5. The nurturing lion habit. The sharpest blade is often kept in the softest velvet sheath, for power is most impressive when it is held in check. Strength is only beautiful when it is used to protect the weak. This is the nurturing lion habit, and it is the secret weapon that most men completely overlook. Many younger men mistakenly believe that being masculine means being cold, distant, or even mean. They confuse aggression with authority. However, true maturity is defined by gentle power. It is the ability to be a fierce competitor in the outside world while remaining a warm, protective presence in your private life. This habit shows up in the way you notice the small things that others ignore. It is the silent act of opening a door, pulling out a chair, or draped your coat over her shoulders before she even has the chance to say she is cold. These aren't just old-fashioned manners. They are signals of high-level awareness. You are showing that you are constantly scanning the environment to ensure the comfort and well-being of those under your care. You are the lion who can defend the pride, but you are also the lamb who knows how to be tender with those you love. This protective presence is the ultimate psychological trigger for a high-quality woman. In a world that often feels chaotic and unsafe, finding a man who provides a shield of stability is incredibly rare. It tells her that she can finally let down her guard because you are standing watch. For a woman of substance, emotional and physical safety is the ultimate aphrodisiac. When she sees that your strength is a tool for her protection rather than a weapon for your ego, she will find you truly irresistible. You aren't just a man, you are a sanctuary. You aren't past your prime, you are in the middle of a new one. A young man is a fast-burning candle, bright but gone in a second. You are the hearth, a steady, deep warmth that can sustain a home for a lifetime. The grey hair, the lines around your eyes, those aren't signs of decay. They are your credentials. They show you've been in the arena and you're still standing. Don't try to be 20 again. The world doesn't need more boys. It needs more men who know who they are. Be that man.